What it is, what's good, what's poppin', good people. This is your boy Marquise Q-Sav.
Hey, it's your boy Trigger Trey Knight.
Hey, what's good with you? It's Raider Rashawn.
People of God is Joanne Reverend McClellan.
It's your boy Eric Easy E. What's good, peoples?
And this is another episode of the Wade 8 podcast. We are back with another lockdown series. We're still on lockdown, so this is what we're doing. How y'all boys doing today, man?
It's a nice day in the neighborhood, I'll tell you that.
Always a good day in the hood.
Trying to make it.
Living life, staying corona free.
We got a different location, ain't it? We got the pool out under some good sun.
Hey, cats rolling around.
No, we had to change locations real quick.
Had to. Don't tell them where we at, though.
Don't tell them.
Shoot.
But, so, what have y'all boys been up to, man, like, ever since this lockdown?
It's been rinse, wash, repeat for me. You know, online classes, in bed, then I get up.
I hate them.
And just kind of... I hate my day, bro. I'm literally surrounded by my
hate your
family.
day?
I hate my day, bro.
What do you hate your day for?
Bro, I'm in Society Hill. There's really nothing to do.
Go for a run.
Run where?
Down the street. It's the country, man.
Bro, like, it's a difference. Like, when you're running out here, there's no destination. You're just running.
Just running.
You don't know where you're going. You just...
There's
just
no end
moving.
goal.
Yeah,
Just
you just...
Well, don't they say it's not a destination, it's a journey?
All right.
Amen,
That's
brother.
They ain't caught that.
That's what they say.
That might
That's what
be
they
it
say.
right there.
Run it back. I don't think they heard you.
It's not about the destination, it's about the journey.
Yeah, I didn't hear the first time. That
Wow.
was deep. Well,
That's it,
I
man.
guess I should start running it. I'll be back.
You might take in some nature, man. See some things you ain't never seen before.
But this is another special episode. Why is it so special? I'm glad you asked. This is going to be our Q&A episode.
Yes, sir.
What that entails is that we, if you don't follow us on social media, we've been posting these little questions on Instagram and on Twitter and stuff like that. So basically, you guys have been sending us questions about topics or questions you want us to answer on this podcast, and we're going to do our best to answer all the questions that you guys have been sending to us to the best of our ability. I know one deep question and like one constant question we're getting is, what is the way of the 8?
What is the weight of the 8?
Sean, why don't you attack this for us? What is What8? Or that's their acronym, right? W-O-T. What8? What8?
Well, to make it simple, everybody from South Carolina that lives in South Carolina carry the weight of the 8. The 8 is basically South Carolina. 843, 803, 864. To make it simple. But, I mean, everybody knows South Carolina's pretty slept on. I feel like we have a lot of talented people. I feel like when people from South Carolina go different places, they're looked as dumb or not intelligent or...
You get the, you're from South Carolina?
Yeah, like you don't get that. So I feel like everywhere you go, no matter where you are, you have that weight of the 8 on you. Like you gotta put on that much for the state.
If you want to accept the weight. A lot of people don't want to.
Nah, that's a fact.
A lot of people are the weight.
Yeah, some people.
Wow.
That's it. Yeah, that's a quick answer for yourself. I can't answer that for you.
Look, we can end the podcast right now.
That's all, folks.
But you know, all the members of the Way to 8, but I know I was the last to get initiated into the Way to 8. Who are the
Not
finalists?
initiated.
Oh, God.
Hey, I was getting down.
Discretion.
God.
But I really don't know who are the final members.
I don't think there's no direct founding members, but
What's wrong with third in the group?
Yeah, I'm about to say. It's really me and Eric. We've been real.
We're being real.
Why is it y'all?
Me and Eric been kicking us since 7th grade, bro.
Honestly.
That's a fact.
Well, that wasn't when the Way to 8 started. That's y'all friendship.
That's
started.
exactly.
But the foundation was
The
built there.
foundation was built there.
Did Eric leave you?
No, he left me. And then he just...
Oh.
and we're being real.
We're bringing a lot of commentary that doesn't even need to be.
But it brings context into...
The people need to know.
What is this cat doing?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, we got this wandering cat around the podcast. I don't know
It's trying to tell us something.
what she got going on.
She'll probably join us later as
yeah.
a special guest,
But yeah, so from there, I end up going to South Lawrence High School to start my freshman year. Then I run into Sean and then Juan, and we all at RTC together. And then I met this one light-skinned dude. He was just extra as hell.
Always took his shirt off.
Always took his shirt off.
Still does.
Shirt was off in every class.
Every
English class.
It got to the point where the teacher's like, "Why isn't your shirt off?" Like, that's just the type of dude this is. But
What's
then
wrong? Your shirt's on today.
Hey, like J.R. Smith, I just need a Henny bottle, bro.
you honestly acted like him, bro.
Nah,
We was
for
really
real.
worried about you.
So, I mean, going off the history of the Way to 8, what's the Way to 8 mean to y'all, like individually? Like, what have you taken away from this bond that we have, and like, what is like, what's like your biggest takeaway from the Way to 8?
I think my biggest thing is that when you look at people that have come from South Carolina or originally raised here and stuff like that, like you got your Ray Allens, your Kevin Garnett's, your Charlemagne's, like very few of them, you know what I'm saying? Like Charlemagne, I think is an exception because he does represent Moncks Corner, South Carolina. He does like show
That's a
that
fact.
off.
Right.
But like you don't see them having that impact on the state or in their community that I feel like they should have. And that's not a knock against them because they have their own things going on in their lives. But for us, I feel like we took that and we wanted to actually provide some sort of improvements for the state. You know, we all are the type of men where we like to leave something better than how we found it. And I feel like for us, we want to actually grow this state and put it in a better position than what we were giving it as.
Mm-hmm.
That's real. That's real.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
It definitely like to kind of piggyback off of what Eric was saying. I think every single one of us, we've put ourselves in a position to give back to the community, no matter if it was at a later date in time or recently, back in the day, as youngsters. I mean, we were growing up to be the men that we are now and, continuing to aspire to be. Like I said, I know we've all been in the community service related programs, giving back to younger children or giving back to the community through food banks, Toys for Tots and things like that. I think that's something that we value the most is community relations and being involved in the community. That's a big part of the weight and, standing up for the way today and being in this brotherhood. Like I said, we always encourage each other to step out our comfort zone and definitely go somewhere that we wouldn't expect to be. But I'm definitely glad that we accept that challenge to give back to others. Even though we may not have, the most right now, I think we definitely do sacrifice a lot to, get to where we are now.
So
That's real.
I think essentially you could say we take that responsibility to make the eight great. And so that's what our mission statement is out of this.
Let's be real. It's a lot of like great people that came out of South Carolina.
There's a lot of great people in
Yes,
South
South
Carolina.
Nah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
So like honestly, and like one of our missions that we want to be able to accomplish like going forward is to recognize you guys. So if you guys have any like accolades or achievements or anything like that you feel like should be broadcasted or you just want to have the state recognized, please feel free to share it with us. We're working on getting a functioning like website and things like that upcoming soon. But like when we get to that point, you know what I'm saying, we want us to grow and you be a part of that. So, like we want to help each other out.
Right.
So like who else is gonna put us on if not us?
That's
You know
a
what I'm
fact.
saying?
All
So-
right.
That's a fact.
And a big shout out to y'all because we just reached, not just, but we're 200 listeners and 200 plays in. It's not even a full second week yet. We're closer to 300 than we are to 200 right now. And
That's
our
a
YouTube
fact.
channel.
Little
as well.
clap, little round of applause, little clap.
You know,
That thing is really crazy, bro. Like, we really only been like taking it serious for like,
2 weeks.
you know what I mean? And we've been getting like this.
Tomorrow will be 2 weeks.
Like we've been getting this much like success about it, and I that's dope.
And we've been talking about doing this podcast since like mid 2019, and like I think our first podcast that we published out on our new platform was like December
Yeah.
2019, and here we are now. I mean, it's honestly a blessing. We really do
2020 clear
appreciate
vision.
y'all.
Yeah.
That's
We
what
had
we-
one in May 2019.
Yeah, one in May 2019.
I think ever since like the first podcast, I think each podcast that we have done, like I said, we take in suggestions. We listen to the viewers, and we get feedback, and we appreciate the feedback from all you guys. And like I said, we would like it if you keep it honest with us. Just don't cut any corners with us. And we want to continue to get better. We want to continue to better our podcast. Be able to answer these questions. To you guys liking, as
Trying to
best
put
as
the state
possible.
on, for real.
Yeah, we trying to make moves out here for not only us, but we want to be able to support our fellow brothers and sisters that's out there that's grinding and hustling just
yeah.
like we are. So like I said, we appreciate y'all, keep up the grind, keep having that ambitious mentality. And I pray to God, blesses you guys' lives. So, yeah, that's the biggest thing, man.
Yeah, speaking on feedback, let's get down to the
Let's
nitty
get to these
gritty.
questions,
Get to the
baby.
nitty gritty. So how nasty y'all want to start off nasty, or
Let's
we
get
just
it.
want to?
Let's start
I mean,
nasty.
just start with anything, whatever you see.
Whatever God leads you to.
So one of the questions that was submitted to us is how to know when to fight for something versus letting it go.
Sheesh.
Let's let that marinate, a little sizzle for
Say
a
it
second.
again,
Say it
Read it
again.
again.
How to know when to fight for something versus letting it go.
And I wonder what they mean by something because it's just so warm.
Is it like a friendship? Is it like a real fledged relationship? Certain things it
Well,
can be
attack
in
that
certain ways.
individually. Like
Yeah.
somebody talk about relationships, somebody talk about something. And then,
I feel in terms of relationship, I think you would know when you need to fight for it or not. And I think that you know that based off the experiences you had with that person or based off what y'all already been through or whatever. So I don't know. I feel like a lot of things go into that. I don't think it's just like one thing that tells you need to fight for it. I feel like it's a lot of things. What you think?
Well, I think a lot of people kind of go off more so their history and experience with one another and allow that to kind of carry them over as to why they should still be with somebody.
Right.
I know, like, you guys have invested so much time in it, like, I don't want to let it go. Like, I done put 6 months or maybe on a larger scale 2 years, like I know love will kind of see us through and stuff like that, but like it's all a matter of happiness. I feel like that's the ultimate reason why you should be in any sort of predicament that you're in, whether it be a someone or a something. You know, if you don't feel like you're getting that happiness, because that's what the ultimate purpose is, to be happy. And if you're not getting that, then it might be go ahead and time to cut that bitch off. So
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree with you on that. It's definitely a give and take situation. Like it has to be the input. Like everybody has to put in just as much as they, putting out. Like I said, you can't be the person that's putting in 90% and then the other person is putting in 10% because that's definitely not fair to you, but it's not fair to the relationship. I definitely expect
You can't be the only one fighting.
Right.
That's number one. Like you fighting for something, you can't be the only one fighting. You can't just be fighting and they don't care. That's not how it works.
But I mean, I guess add a little Christian aspect in it. You got to look to see if it is worth it, because I mean, you might not be putting a lot into God, but God's still fighting for you regardless if you putting in 0% on the relationship or 100%. Like God saw something in you, see, like the gospel song, you was worth fighting for. So I guess you got to see, like, is it worth you fighting for? If it's not worth it, then I don't see a point in you fighting for it. But if they fighting for you and you fighting for them, like they said, then I guess try to put something towards it.
So in aspects of fighting, like what are some things that you guys will fight for, or like what are some things that will like, kind of counteract any sort of like progression as far as in a relationship with you? Like, are there some things that you won't budge against, like when it comes to your morals and principles, values, and those things?
Such as?
Like,
I think you said it, though. I think when you said progression, I mean, I got to see progress. I got to see that we're making progress toward getting where we need to go.
Like
what were you saying?
Just kind of like piggybacking off of that, just you have to put your actions forth. You can't just talk about it. You got to actually be about it. And I think that's what a lot of people, they don't do. They sit here and they say, all right, well, I'm gonna fix things. I'm going to be this better person for you. I'm going to work on me. But it's nice to hear it, but I want you to put it in the action, keep the wheel moving so I can see it like, okay, well, I see you backing up what you're talking, and now we can go forward and take it a day at a time. Because, me and brother E over here, we had a conversation just about taking things a day at a time.
We'll have a conversation about that.
I'm about to say, yeah.
Y'all straight? Y'all good?
Yeah, just a little conversation, just vibing, man.
That's a good question, though. I like that question.
it was like, so the conversation me and Sharon had, it was the aspects of dating. Like, what are you dating for, in a sense? Some people say they date for marriage. Some people date for the moment and like kind of let things build from there.
Right.
And I feel like it's always nice to want to date for marriage. Like that should be your goal. Whoever you're with, you want to grow with them and grow to that ultimate point of marriage and kid and that and such forth. But people lose track of where they're at because they're so focused on looking at where they're trying to be.
Right.
So like, I think it's important that your mindset be like, we're trying to grow in this moment. Whatever really happens from there, like, because you can't decide. Like, you don't have any true seeing of what's going to happen, but you only can hope. And so from that moment, it's like you have to work towards building that future. And I think a lot of people just kind of miss that. Like, people expect you to be perfect off bat, or expect you to have that, like, when I address something to you, immediate change. And people don't necessarily have it like that.
You expect immediate change, or you're saying that's...
I'm saying, like, some people do. I know previously in relationships that I've had, like, I've expected, like, okay, I say this, you know what I'm saying?
Change it tomorrow.
In a sense, and I know it's unpractical, but you don't want to have to readdress things that you already have a problem with.
Right.
I feel like that's redundant. Nobody wants to be in that kind of predicament.
That's true.
I mean, a wise man once said that people are married to the fact of being married. They're not married to the fact of, like, building a relationship with somebody.
Right.
Yeah.
So when you're so focused on the end goal and not really, like I said, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. When people are so focused on the destination that they forget about the journey,
I like how that came back around.
it's full circle. it always comes back around. I feel like that's more important than, like, actually committing to, like, the end goal. You have to like the journey that you're on. Like, if you don't like the journey, then what are you going on the journey for? You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
And,
Might run out of gas.
yeah.
Sheesh.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
like I said, with running out of gas, sometimes I think we have to look at certain situations as lessons. Like, we don't last with everybody that we think that we're gonna last with. I mean, time does take its course.
That's the most hurtful thing ever.
Yeah,
Thinking that
exactly.
people are here forever, but they're really just here for the season.
To teach you
But you
something.
need that though.
No, you absolutely
You need
Yeah.
it, but it's not that you want it. Like,
Yeah,
you
I was
don't
saying
want
it's
it.
easy to say, but no.
It don't matter what you want. It matters what you need. What
But-
you need
but-
is most necessary.
but-
But
the
it's
prob-
not that easy, though.
The problem is that we don't know what we need. We only know what we want, and from
We
there
think we know.
And from
Yeah.
there, we
Right.
base that as the foundation for our need. But it's not true. Like Sharon was telling, we were talking yesterday. It's like, okay, we're praying. So and so might be my forever. But if God got a different plan for you, that plan is going to over trump whatever you got going on.
Absolutely.
That's why I'm glad he in charge.
Yeah, you over here hollering at God, hey God, I know you want me to go down this road, but hey,
This road
this
look
is what
real
I'm trying to
nice.
go. And God like, all right, you go down that road, but I'm
You
gonna show
try
you
to,
that I
go
can
down the road because it's paved.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Because you already know.
All you
what's
doing
gonna
is
happen.
detouring. You going to loop right back around to where God wants you to be.
Exactly.
Wow.
And God gonna be like, so what did you learn?
So how was your trip?
Yeah, how was your trip? You good? You
back.
alright?
Nice to see you.
So going off the topic of fighting for someone and knowing when to let go, what are some of the stigmas around relationships in our generation?
I think a lot of it is for social media.
You think a lot of us feel like put
A
on
lot of relationships wouldn't
Clout.
last if it weren't for social media. Like some people just want somebody to post.
Yeah.
Well, I see a lot of things now with quarantine babe, but
Yeah.
like
Quarantine
before
and chill.
before all this happened, like you couldn't give a nigga attention. Not saying it was me, but I'm just saying I seen you shoot a lot of people down on Twitter, and then here you are talking about I need somebody.
because they bored.
Yeah, you just want to be entertained. That's all it is.
But that's a key indication. If your chick or the girl you're talking to is not taking you back during these times, then she's not for
She
you.
not
bro.
for you.
She's not for you.
It's,
Because
it's
what
too
is
much
she doing?
time. It's too much unless you're working.
Or your guy. If they
Or
ain't
a guy.
Or your guy.
If
Yeah.
they ain't texting you back, then
I mean, it definitely goes both ways. I mean, like, this is ample enough time to work on communication. I think that's what this day and age lacks now is communication, not only through, like, over the phone. Because, like I said, I'm not, like, a big over the phone. I like to, like, talk and communicate in person because I think that's when you can see a lot more emotions. Like, I'm not a person to kind of talk about heavy situations through text. I'm more of, like, hey,
You don't
let's
give
sit down
people
and
the
talk
time to
about it.
respond through text.
Exactly.
You talk to them up front.
That's my pet peeve, though.
What?
I feel like people have their phone in their hand way too often to not get like an immediate text back. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we have our phones in our hand all the time, and it's not hard for you to get access to it. Like people have Apple Watches, like the phone goes off. Like I feel like if I get a text like 10 minutes after and you're not really doing anything, it bothers me.
Well, let me ask you this. So, do you feel as if, like, with that not being able to text back as quick, even though they have their phone in their hand, does it do they prioritize who they want to talk to in that type of situation?
You're absolutely prioritizing. You hear your phone going off and you don't want to respond.
I guess they really didn't want to talk to you.
I really ain't messing with it.
So they don't text you back within 10 minutes, and you're like, yeah, they don't want to talk to me.
Yeah, I'm really talking about y'all boys too.
Oh, wow.
oh my god.
Because I done tagged y'all in a whole bunch of challenges, and y'all boys just.
First of all,
I really.
if nobody hasn't noticed, I've done no challenges. all these push-up challenges, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
I do them.
I asked y'all boys to work out before that. You said, yeah, I got you next week. You said, yeah, I'm going to get you. And you
I
asked me to
sure
send
did
the
lie.
workout again. Like, why y'all boys be lying to me, bro?
Hey, those challenges, some of them are corny. I'm not going to lie.
All
some
the
of them
challenges are corny to me.
Not all of them.
Not all of them.
Some of them bring us together.
Yeah,
Like the
boy.
Bible scripture
Well,
challenge.
Bible
that's
scripture
okay.
challenge, I like that.
When last time I did some push-ups?
Nah, I do no push-ups.
I was just getting right over there with your weight. What you talking
yesterday?
about? You look real dusty. I know you weren't on it.
I went
Oh,
for a
I'm
run
on
yesterday.
calisthenics. I'm on calisthenics.
Right.
I went for a run and workout yesterday.
What was the
Sean, you
previous
said what?
question?
I went for a run and workout yesterday before I came here.
Oh, I'm about to say, because you definitely didn't wake up this morning.
What was the previous question?
The previous question, I just asked it. Stigmas around relationships in our generation. I feel like there's too much emphasis on the talking stage. And there's too much ambiguity. That's how you say it, right?
Yeah, you good. You good.
You got it. Yeah, you got it.
Confusion,
Well,
ambiguity.
hold on. Let's attack the talking stage. Let's attack that.
There's a lot of different
What is
types
the
of
talking
talking
What is the talking stage?
I feel like that's 1 foot in, 1 foot out. That's pretty much how I
No,
describe it.
I feel like
I think that's
feel
what
like
you're
really
getting
just
to
trying
know.
to get a
You're
feel.
getting to
you're
know
getting-
somebody.
you're getting
in
to
the
know
talking
somebody.
stage.
Right, that's what I'm
I feel.
saying. 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
Okay, put it like this.
All right, so if you're talking to a girl,
Right.
do you have to
Obviously.
stop talking to the other? I mean, I don't know
It's
what people's
2020.
priorities are,
It's 2020.
but if you're talking to somebody, because
Right.
maybe girl, do they have to cut off everybody else that they're talking to?
No, absolutely not.
Because
Absolutely
you're
not.
talking. Like I said, it's not like this is you locked down, like this is who I'm trying to talk to right now. This is like, okay, I'm getting to know you. I'm seeing where it goes. If we decide that it wants to go somewhere else, and we decide that, hey, well, I'm like just wanting to be for you and you wanting to be for me, then we address that. Because I don't think people address that. People just be like, oh, well,
It's a lot of expectations and assumptions.
No,
Yeah.
the problem is people don't really understand what dating is.
I was just about to touch on that.
That's the
Please
problem.
tell me what dating
They don't understand what dating is. Because back in the old days,
Courting.
see,
Yeah,
that's what I'm
courting,
saying.
yes.
Like, we used to date, you were dating, like could go on dates with multiple people. That's what
Right.
dating is. But if you was dating somebody just them, you were dating exclusively.
You're correct.
Talking is essentially just dating.
Right.
It's not dating exclusively, but I feel like a lot of people, if you're talking to them, they're like, "Oh,
This is
we're
exclusive.
dating exclusively. You're only talking to me."
It's not the same thing.
It's not the same
Okay.
thing.
I get
I
that.
feel like it's a lot of confusion in that.
I feel like when the talking stage, I feel like the talking stage gets complicated when other people start to get in the talking stage. Like when it's more than 2 people that's like in your business, that's the problem.
Yeah.
'Cause, like,
That's the problem.
you always hear like, "Oh, I saw such and such at Walmart, or I saw such and such at this, whatever store," and
Snakes
it
in
was
the grass. That's all it
yeah,
is.
snakes in the grass. The devil plants seeds. A lot of people don't know that,
Come on.
and a lot of y'all are the seeds that the devil are planting.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
Hey, I'm talking today. I
Good
don't know
brother
about
Wild.
y'all.
Okay.
Wow.
now.
The devil will use and abuse you.
That's
Exactly.
crazy.
That's true though. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people. I don't know. I want to say our generation, but for my time that I've been dating and had experiences with girls, I feel like a lot of people like shy away from relationships. I don't know if they're like afraid of commitment, or I know I fell in that category where I was a little afraid of commitment, like my first year, beginning years of college, and my senior year of high school. I wasn't trying to commit to anything at that point. Because to me, like once you put all your eggs in one basket, and it turns out that it didn't work out, like you feel like you wasted a lot of time. So it's just like, why would I commit
Like
to
X,
anything?
Y, and Z wanted me, and you over here really
You
tripping.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I don't think you can look at it like that when you're like trying to fully commit. So you can't look at.
It's hard not to though.
It's hard not to.
Hard
but
not
you
to.
can't look at the what ifs if you're like fully committed to something. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
That's true.
If you're 100% committed, there's no what ifs.
Yeah.
So let me ask y'all this, because I've had several conversations with different people about this topic. How long is too long to be talking to somebody?
You can't put a
You
time.
can't put a
on
time
it.
on it. I mean,
If
because
you're effectively talking.
yeah, it's a natural process.
Thank
I mean,
you.
that's something that you can't just say, all right, well, I get it's 2 months. If we ain't talking like this in 2 months, then it ain't for me. I mean, some people, they put that on there.
No,
but
facts.
I don't think you can do that.
You
because
can't do that, bro.
But I think it should be a max.
You can't say
How long can you
we've
feel
been talking.
somebody out?
We've been talking for 2 months. Why are we dating?
Now that. Okay.
But if dating is the act of going on dates, right? So you have to
Well,
wait a
dating
certain-
exclusively. Dating exclusively.
Dating
Excuse me.
Okay,
That's what
I
they
mean-
mean. That's what a lot of girls. They're like
but you gotta know
3
your
months
work.
is too long to be talking.
So the thing about getting involved in relationships is you have, or just developing a relationship, you have to know who you're messing with. You
That's
know
true,
what I'm
that's
saying?
true,
Because
that's
you
true.
want people to understand your mind spec and perspective, but you have to also take theirs in consideration as you're forming this relationship.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be aware of their expectations, and you have to find a middle ground for what they meet. You know what I'm saying? So there should be a reasonable amount of time for talking and dating. Like, I get that you want to take your time. Nobody's supposed to rush you, but like, you don't want to waste you or anybody else's time either. Like, if
That's a fact.
you and also just let people know what they are. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people appreciate honesty and directness more so than just trying to hide it up and being elusive.
You get
But
more
see-
respect doing that.
Yeah, exactly.
But see, I think with that, a lot of people are afraid to just be honest with what they want, because if they
That's the
are
problem.
honest with what they want, then it's like they might get shut down and they might get shut out. And it's okay, it's okay to get shut down sometimes. But I think this
need that.
generation,
You need
builds
that.
character.
yeah, it definitely builds character.
character.
I think a lot of people are afraid to be shut down. That is a big problem with
I
I
ain't
think
never been
us
turned down
nowadays.
before.
You ain't never been turned down.
Nah, bro.
So you're 100% from the free throw line, or from
I can't remember last time I missed. To be honest with you.
All right.
You can't remember last time you missed, or
All
you
right.
didn't miss.
I can't
Yeah,
remember
nah,
if
nah,
I
yeah,
did.
that's
That's
two
two
different
different
things.
things.
Two different things.
Only real shooters will understand the difference. So.
But I think the biggest problem with our generation is that people quit too often, or quit too easily. Like, I want to know, what do you like when we mad at each other? I want to know, like, how it is when we're on the bumpy road.
So you like toying with their emotions?
No,
No,
I
no,
did
that's
say
not what he's saying.
That's not what he's
That's
saying.
That's not what he said.
So let me put you through this to see if you can actually make it. If we're actually this.
No, that's not what he said. He
That's-
said that he wants to see how they are. He didn't say he's going to put them through that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, if you're talking to somebody, y'all are going to
Be
have,
tested.
Y'all going to have some type of
Disagreements, not see eye to eye.
Right.
I say you gonna
So
have
you
this,
rather see all that stuff, like, so, see, and that goes back to my like.
in the moment, or are you trying to build type of like aspect as far as like approaching a relationship?
If I'm trying to see how we are when we're not on the same page, that's me building.
First of all, if
I
I'm
don't
talking
know,
to
man.
you, I'm looking for a relationship. If I'm talking to you, because we don't have to talk to anybody. We don't have to take anybody on a date.
Right.
If I'm taking a girl on a date,
it's because you want to.
you see what I'm saying? Like, it's not. We're not just taking any old person on a date. We're not just talking to any old person.
Yeah.
In my opinion, now some people it might be different. But
Some people do that, but I think that's too much time, effort, energy, and money being put into somebody, and it's not about the money, you know, just to break that down. But like I said, it's mainly of you're putting energy and you're putting too much time into somebody that if you don't see something with them, then what are you doing? You know,
Wasting time.
Wasting time. That is something that you cannot get back. Once you
Can't
put
get
that
that back.
time in, you stamp that. You can't get that 5-10 minutes, an hour, whatever you spent with that person. You can't get that back. And I mean, don't get me wrong. Some people are only looking for friendships. Some people are only looking for somebody to vibe with. But as far as a relationship aspect, I think if you're gonna put in time to be with somebody, you got to just be straight up, be upfront about it, and just say, hey, this is what I'm looking for. This is where I expect to go. I want to hear your expectations. I want to see where this can possibly be. You know, but you just got to let me know up front what you want.
Let's ride.
And let's get
After
it
you say that, let's ride.
I'm about to say, yeah.
Ain't nothing to do but
All
to
right,
do
so
it.
put it like this. Let's say
We out.
let's say you in that dating stage, but right before you're dating exclusively, and like you got a little shorty, or whatever, and y'all go out, but then you catch your shorty going out with somebody else.
The shorty I'm talking to going out with somebody else?
Yeah, on a date.
Exclusive.
feel?
Y'all
Wait,
dating
wait, wait,
exclusive?
No, you're not dating exclusively.
Oh, okay.
What do you mean you catch them? What does that mean? like you like,
Like,
Like
saw
you
what
fi-
we
okay,
did,
more
like,
so
huh.
more so you find out. Like either you see it or someone comes back and tells you.
okay.
See, that's the problem. People going back and running their
That's
mouth.
the
No,
thing.
I'm just saying. So what do you do from there? Then be like, no, I can't.
I
talk
mean,
to you, shorty,
if
'cause-
y'all are not dating exclusively, what can you say?
You might get butt hurt. That's that's the most you
but
can
what
do.
would you say? How would you address it?
If I would address it like this: if the time that we spent wasn't enough for you to like go out and talk to somebody else, then that means I'm not doing enough
Yeah.
on my end to make it seem like you're the only person that should be going on dates.
Or to keep you interested. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like if you're dating people, you're just dating. You're trying to find out what you want. You're trying to find out who you like and who you really want to invest that time into. And I feel like it's a necessary step. But if you find out they went on a date with somebody else, then you really can't be that. Like, you can't be that hurt about it.
Do you still pursue?
If you want that person, you're going to pursue regardless if they have anybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you want that person, you're going to pursue them.
It's only bad when it's a endless pursuit or like you're not getting to where you want to go. Like if you have
a constant chase?
Yeah, constant chase. Like if you're at a point where you're like, this is no point for me to pursue this because it's not going to go anywhere, then yeah, like that's something not fighting for. But if you see yourself like, dang, it's really on me, like Sean said, like if you don't see yourself, or I'm not doing something to like really intrigue you or like continue to like only be the person that I'm talking to or you're talking to, then that's when you really need to do some self-reflection. Because not always the girl. Like I think we have to like always turn back and like tell people or like tell ourselves that, you know, maybe it's a me problem.
But sometimes people give you like hints like, hey, I don't want this. And then you continue to pursue. You continue to do this and you continue to do that. And they give you blatant signs, but it's like you're so caught up into it. It's like, well, I don't know how to draw back or I don't know when to draw back because that's what you, like I said, like Eric said, you so focused on the road that's ahead and you're not looking at, all right, well, I probably need to step back for me because I'm going to hurt myself in the long run. Because once you get too far deep down that road, it's like sometimes there's no turning back. And it's like when they hurt your feelings, it's like, well, now, dang, you know, I done lost who I wanted to be with. Now she got, or he got whoever they want, and I'm sitting here with nobody.
I think that's also because like the way we are now. Like, well, I can't let him know like I like him yet. Like I gotta play hard to get. Like
I hate
I
that.
hate
like,
that.
But it's like
Why
that,
you playing hard to get?
But I think that's all of us kind of like.
No,
that's just our
but we
generation.
all do. We all
like,
play
back
hard-
in the day, courting was like more direct. Like,
Yeah.
I'm courting you. Like now, it's like we all kind
Courting
of
you, girl.
We all play.
Like,
we all play
facts.
games.
I think, yeah, hard to get is like games. I mean, I don't think I had time to play games. I'm gonna just keep it real. Hey, I'm not gonna move as fast as you want me to do because I want to be comfortable with moving forward.
But do y'all appreciate that though?
What the
A girl playing hard
make
to get?
somebody
Yeah.
work? Make somebody
No.
work for it?
I mean,
And,
playing hard to get and making somebody work is two
those
different
are two
things.
different
things.
That's two
Yeah.
different things.
Like essentially not making it easy. Like make me want to invest time in you to figure you out, to like really like want to be around you. Like you give me that kind of atmosphere around you. That makes it more thrilling. That makes me feel more compelled to be one around.
But it's certain levels to that. Like some people, they really do the absolute most. Sometimes, like certain times, you
Sean,
just
you like you would fuck with that though.
no, I
Yeah,
do.
I feel like
but-
you
no,
would.
I'm saying I do, but it's certain people that do it like to a certain extent. Like they take it past the limit that where they need to go. Like they try to make it like this is like Call of Duty hardcore. Like as soon as you get shot,
Call of
you
Duty
Says the
hardcore.
Marine. Says the Marine himself.
like you just like ain't no getting back up. Like you got to start all the way back over.
Yeah.
Like that's
Oh,
I think
yeah.
that's too overexerting the process. I think you should let it be able to come naturally and let it flow. And you know if it's something that you see like I need to still work on, then hey. You know, I know we're not at this level yet, but I see the effort that you're putting in. I see, you know, that you're working towards it. I see that you really are genuine and that you want it.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that. I ask you to continue to keep that up. and and we'll get where we need to go. Like that's understandable. But jumping through hoops, pools, and through swings and all this stuff, nah, they can't do
Time for
that.
that.
Nah.
So wait, are we going to another question regarding relationships? Like I kind of want to.
Well, I just got
Let's
one
attack
more.
the question. Let's
I
go
just
ahead
got-
and
I just
attack
got
all the
one more
relationship
relationship
questions.
question.
You go ahead.
So personally, fellas, what do you look for in a girl that are turn-ons or turn-offs? Like, what really kind of makes it or breaks it for y'all?
Turn off smoking. You can't be smoking no cigarettes.
Whew.
Cigarettes.
Cigarettes.
That's a big one.
I ain't never seen a girl that smokes
I've
cigarettes.
never
That's
met a
some
girl that
big
just be
cigarettes.
smoking cigarettes.
Cigarettes.
Sharon said that he need a girl that cook. all
No,
the time.
but not. I wouldn't say cook all the time. What I would say, I
He
am.
said cereal don't cut it.
Yeah, cereal ain't gonna cut it. If you think cereal is a dinner meal, this is not it. This go for males too. If you think your woman or somebody that you infatuated with comes home and it's like, hey babe, I made some cool cereal for you. Got some Captain
Some
Crunch
cool
waiting
cereal.
on you. Then it is what
Cereal be
it
good. What's
is.
the question? What do you?
Let's turn ons and turn offs.
But my turn off is a lazy, like somebody that's lazy. Like I don't like somebody that is lazy. Like you have to.
Does that do something to you or something? Like what?
That doesn't attract me. Like I want you to be able to have that mentality. Like I'm gonna go get mine. I don't need you to go get it. Like this is me. Like I don't need a woman to go get it for me.
So
Like
you
I
want,
said, vice
you want them
versa.
to have drive. It's not
Yeah, I wanted to
necessarily-
have ambition and drive. I don't want you to be like, oh.
Because when I think of lazy, I think of just like sitting around the house, not doing anything. Like you can still work, but then like you come home, you
Well,
just
see,
There's a
I
lot of
don't
proactive
confine
people.
it to the house. I don't confine laziness just to being around the house. Just being an overall lazy person, like that doesn't want to do
mentality-wise.
nothing. Yeah, they don't want to do nothing. They just want things handed out to them. They don't want to work for it. Like I want a woman that's gonna, work for it. They're not afraid to break their nails, to get their nails dirty, to get what they want to get. Like that's a turn on for me. Like I love an ambitious woman, bro.
Wow.
All right.
Hey, bro,
Wrong
that's
green
a
woman.
that's a
Hey,
grown
damn right.
Oh, you want a grown woman. Good old country woman.
goddamn.
I think for me, I just feel like we have to be able to communicate on a level where like it goes beyond like appeal, sexual attraction, stuff like that. Because when all that's said and done, after we got through making the beast with two backs, we were gonna talk about.
It's not a fact. What are we going to talk about after
A lot of people don't
that?
know Shakespeare. That's Shakespeare.
What are we going to talk about after that?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
That's real.
And another thing is that you just have to be my friend first. Like if I can't be your friend, you can't be my friend. Then what we gonna talk about?
That's
Like,
key, man.
you know what I'm
Friendship,
saying?
man.
Because like when we're not seeing eye to eye, then
We gotta follow
being
that.
a friend is like you chose to be there with me. You know what I'm saying? Like you have like these family relations. Like you have a brother or sister. They're born into your family. But like being a friend, like you chose to be in my life. You chose to stay there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So how about this? Does your boyfriend or girlfriend have to be your best friend?
Eric, I want you to say girlfriend when you're talking to me because I'm not.
The neighborhood.
You asking me or your girlfriend or boyfriend?
Like, man, I want that.
bro, you
I'm what?
you a nice
Can
guy,
I
bro.
answer that question?
Yeah, Sean can ask the question. You acting real like emotional.
I
right
feel. I'm gonna piggyback off what Q said a little bit.
now. You too dark skinned to be
My
emotional.
girl,
You know
my
that?
girl's my best friend, so I feel like that's how it should be.
That's how it should be.
But I feel like, cause if we being real, like,
Yeah, that's
oh my god, relax.
Niggas
But-
up by one. Yes, sir.
I mean, I feel like that's how it should be. Like, I don't know. I don't really know the way to explain it. But
That's a mouthful right
that's
there.
what I'm saying.
That's-
Like,
that's-
we got to be able to talk about anything and everything
Yeah.
and whatever it is. Like,
So what about like on a level of like having the same interests? Like you like I feel like that kind of correlates into being a friend. So like, you guys are interested in the same thing. Like do you guys share those type of things?
we're
Or
interested in different things, but I feel like
She like sympathizes. with it?
I feel like when you're friends, you have to look into like other things, especially if you're not interested in it. You have to at least like look into what they're interested in to at least see like why they like it. If I like them, I got to see at least a reason why they're interested in this specific topic or music or whatever it is.
Well, I definitely feel that. Like I said, do you feel as if like a friendship has to be established before the relationship, or do you feel like that kind of works in as because some people, they get in relationships and they build a friendship while they're in that relationship status. Do you feel as if like which was best for you when you got in your relationship?
What to do to get into friendship first
Yeah.
or the best friend first?
Well, yeah, friendship first.
Whichever one.
Yeah, I feel like you need to be my best friend before you be my girl. That's how I look at it.
Your best friend before she's your girl.
I want my best friend to be my girl. So if you're going to be my girl, you need to be my best friend.
So
That's
you,
how I
you
look
and
at
your
it.
shorty, y'all were
I
best
don't
friends
know.
before. Y'all were best friends before y'all got in a relationship.
Yeah.
That's tough.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Sometimes
that might be a best friend in your eye, but a girl's best friend in her eyes is totally different than what we expect. Like
That's true.
A best friend is.
Okay, when I say best friend, I just mean one of my favorite friends. One of the most favorite.
Favorites.
One of the most favorite.
Friend. Oh, you said the most favorite.
No,
One of
She
your
got to be at
favorites-
least like if it's my girl, you got to be at least in my friend group.
Like
you
one of
need
your
to
top-
be
your top
at
five?
least top 2.
top 5 friends.
Like if you my
No,
girl,
top 5 and best.
I'm about to say you got to at least be top 2 if not 2.
I think he's looking at it more from like the relationship standpoint. Like we got to be able to like have that best friend like relationship.
Right.
I don't think you have to like necessarily be best friends.
Best-
Like
yeah, I
you have to
think-
bond
okay,
as
okay,
best
I
friends.
get
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
I
because
feel
I
like
thought you were saying
the bond that we have, it has to be like
It's
that.
best friend like.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
I just wanted to clear that up.
Yeah, I think I approach it like being a friend. Like one of the things I really like is for someone to have known me like before all this noob shit or college shit or beard shit. Like if you knew me back when I was a youngin', like that's what really
Jeez.
Bless it.
that's what I really appeal to. And so if you got me there, then you already know the real me. So maybe if I like quote unquote act funny or like different or whatever, you can check me, you know what I'm saying? Like this is the real you. And I feel like we all need someone that can like just kind of anchor us, you know what I'm saying? And so
Bring us back to earth.
exactly.
That's real.
Somebody to come home to.
Somebody-
That's what you need, bro.
Yeah.
You just need
So,
somebody to hold you.
so I got like a big question before like we head into our like break and whatnot. Do you feel as if chivalry is dead? And do you feel as if that you're a person that does, things like a gentleman chivalry like, or do you like, it is what it is, sweep it under the rug type thing?
Well, I'm from the South, so that gentleman nature is just in my DNA. I mean, I'll open doors for you, yes ma'am, no ma'am, like all that kind of stuff. I don't know. I just feel like it's natural for me. It's not like an act I have to do in order to like.
Court a woman or anything like that. It's just in me.
Yeah, I can say the same thing about me. Like I said, that's something that, that I was raised upon. Like you say, yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am, open doors, and things like that. And I think nowadays a lot of women are afraid to see that, or a lot
They're
of
afraid
men.
to see that, or they just don't see that.
Both.
don't
I
see
think
it.
they
I
don't
don't
see it.
They
I
don't
think
see
they're
it.
afraid to see it and they don't see it. Because like I said, a lot of women, they're like, they're on the independent, like, I can do this myself. I don't need you to do this for me. And, sometimes like, okay, well, that's understandable. But, a lot of women aren't used to seeing that. And they're like, okay, well, this is the first time that this has happened to me. Like when I took a trip out to Cali, I opened, a door for, an older lady and she was like, "You're not from here, are you?" I said, "No, ma'am." I said, "I'm from the
They
South."
be acting weird in Cali
Yeah.
though. Like you don't be speaking to people like on the street like you would in South
I thought
Carolina.
this is in like the North too, like Connecticut,
Yeah,
New York.
right.
Like
You
they
hit
really
the
don't.
wave, like, ain't
Put them
nobody
3
wave
fingers
back.
up right there, that 2, that middle, and that thumb.
Yeah.
But that's
Hey,
really
that's
that's
it.
that's really
That's
the,
universal
that's really
sign
the
right there.
problem that people have because
Yeah.
people don't speak to people.
Yeah.
That's right.
They don't acknowledge people. They don't like if you walk in a room and don't speak to nobody.
That's disrespect,
I don't like my grandma looking at it as a slap in the face.
honestly.
Like, son,
I'm
you
leaving
might
in
walk
my
back out.
house.
You walk in my house.
You walk in my house
You're
and
not
don't
going to acknowledge
speak?
me?
Come on,
All
man.
my homies?
You got to walk back out,
First of
bro.
all, get out and come back in. Let's try.
No, you might not even come back in. You might
Yeah,
just
you
gotta
might
stay
just get
outside.
out.
I said, you might got to go back home and then you come back another day. I said, because
Let
that's
this be a tip from us to y'all. Whenever you go in somebody's house from now on, speak.
Please speak.
If you don't speak to nobody else, speak to the head of the household at least.
Yeah,
you
that-
gotta
that's-
speak to the head of the household.
that is common courtesy 1-on-1. You must know when you walk into somebody's domain.
Or if you walk in a room, like in college, if you walk in a room and you entering after somebody already there,
or somebody speaks to the elder.
It's protocol.
Yeah.
it's
I don't.
protocol.
I really don't understand how people don't speak to people. I really don't. That baffles me. Like I will see people.
Entitlement, that's
I'll
all it
see
is.
people on campus that I know, not that I know of, that I know
Yeah.
that we know each other and will walk and not
Don't
speak.
say nothing.
That like.
But they
that-
want to be in your house.
I don't understand.
They don't
that.
wanna be in the
I don't
hotel.
understand.
Yeah.
I
That's the
don't
problem.
understand that.
I
bro.
think communication lacks on that because, like I said, when people walk past each other, like I'm the first one to say, "Hey, how you doing?" I might not even know you from a can of dirt, but people might need
Not a
it.
can of dirt.
Can of dirt. God dang.
Some people,
And
or
that's
a can
the-
of paint, can of dirt. It
You
don't
definitely
matter.
don't know you.
Yeah.
Well, I'm like,
Yeah.
look,
That's
I don't
right
know
there.
you, but I
What they
walk
said
by
that?
you. I walk by and I'll speak.
Society Hill.
Some people do need that, like throughout the day, because they might be having a rough day, and you saying, "Hey, how you doing?" Just asking that can bless somebody's day. I said, but when you do this number right here, you walk by, you put your head down, you don't try to make eye contact. I think that's a
You look like
sign
you
of
really don't
disrespect.
fuck with that.
Yeah, like that's
It hits
a
a
sign
nerve,
of
honestly.
disrespect.
Yeah,
No, it
I
does.
get, like I feel like we've been hitting your nerves lately. These conversations, like, do you see this a lot happening as like a deputy sheriff?
Yes,
Like,
I am very. I tell you, people don't like the police,
you
man.
should write citations for that. Like, you really aren't chivalrous right now. I'm just gonna hand you this.
And look, I mean, when I look at people, like I said, ever since being in the position to put on that uniform, like I said, I am the same person that I am.
Fast to
but
the sweep.
I'm the same person, but like I said, I chose the job because this is what I want to do. I want to be able to give back to the community. I've always been that person that's been well-rounded, giving back, showing respect, showing the best me. And then when people see you, they're like, oh, no, I can't mess with him. Like, because they see what other people have done. But I'm a big person like, hey, how you doing? Like, I'm not afraid to talk to you. I don't care if I don't know you or not. You can be 80, you can be 60, 50, 25. It don't matter. You can be a young baby. I say, oh, look at little baby.
First of all, let's get to the conversation. We need to have more black police officers anyway to make us feel more comfortable.
That's true.
Because
we need more black
a
everywhere.
lot of people are afraid of police officers and feel like they have you know what I mean? So I commend you for that because that's what our community needs. We need more black police officers. We need our own police officers. That's what we need.
Black people need their own police officers.
I don't mean that we need.
I don't mean
we
need
said
more
we need
of a footprint.
a black department.
We
I'm
need
not
more.
saying-
It sounded like
I'm
for a
saying we
second.
need a African American precinct.
That sounds like a revolution right there.
I didn't say we need a task force. I didn't say that.
They'll be on
I'm
time.
just saying we need
all black.
we need more black police officers.
But see, the thing with that, even with that,
next
like, I advocate for that. But, I mean, like I said, it's kind of hard nowadays because, like I said, it don't matter if you black, white. It don't matter your color or your nation. If somebody don't like you, they're going to disrespect you no matter what.
Well, on the subject of speaking about how we need more of a black presence, in our community and like in our education system, how do y'all feel about being black at the PWI? For those that don't know, a PWI is a predominantly white institution.
Well, coming from Charleston Southern University, a private PWI, it's hard out here, man. It really is. Like, for one, first of all, we had an old conservative president beforehand, so he was caught up in all this.
Conservative?
Very conservative.
Jeez.
He was caught up in all this scandalous nature. And so we ended up getting a new president. Shout out to Dr. Don DeCosta, real cool dude. But black life on our campus is really starting to excel at this moment. Like, I think this year was really where you saw like our black student. We call it African American Society at our school.
Right.
But you really saw them started being the active community service organization, or just having that larger force on campus. Like, for a while, we couldn't even rent out certain like areas on campus, like our student union room, or like we call it like our park outside. We call it Buck Park, And at Charleston Southern, we don't have these same type of things that you guys have, or liberties, or even space to really kind of be ourselves and express ourselves, especially being at a Christian university.
Right.
So for me to be a black person at PWI, it's really hard just to really be able to even express yourself in a comfortable way. Mm-hmm. Like, our university requires you to go to chapel every Wednesday. Chapel is like basically... No. But I also got all my chapel credits in. I already got all mine in.
Oh, okay.
But even then, I was still slacking, but I just finessed it, though. But it's basically like homeroom worship.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's where our university lacks. Like, because you just can't worship. You got to praise. You got to have that. I feel like you have to have that balancing aspects. Like, that's a whole different conversation about the way they carry that out. But just being black at my school, it's been hard because we don't have the same liberties as you guys. And I was actually quite interested that you guys, I guess if there's only two spectrums of a PWI to HBCU, I found it interesting that you guys considered you guys to be a PWI.
Well, we're not HBCU though, so we would have to be.
No, I'm saying you guys consider yourselves to be a PWI in the same manner that my school is.
Right.
But I feel like there are layers, and I feel like we are on the more extreme side.
Because y'all a private institution?
Yeah.
I feel that.
And they're private Christian.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that. But we definitely as white
as
white as it
predominantly
get.
white.
Why does it get?
I promise you.
But y'all, like, African American demographic, or even just the minority demographic at that, stands out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I see more of you guys. Maybe just because I surround myself with you guys a lot more. But I see, Theta New Chapter, Alpha Phi, Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. I see you guys just kind of doing your thing. Zeta Epsilon, Kappa Alpha Psi, Zeta. Omega Psi Phi.
The mighty illustrious Zeta Zeta.
Oh wow!
Oh god!
Don't mess it up now. Come on.
I just see you guys, like, it feels like y'all are running the campus. Like, I feel like you are the face of USC.
No. That's not nothing you feel. That's what it is.
That's what
Okay,
it
so
That's
like,
being real. That's what
I
it
think
is.
I'm the face of black USC.
You're not the face of USC, nope.
but I feel like you
Black USC.
Well, I feel like you crossed over, like, for you to be featuring on, like, I feel like
Okay, wait.
for USC to
A
kind
little
of,
bit.
I feel like
Yeah, because I did like a lot of jobs, but that's another thing I was about to say. I used to think the same way how Eric feel like black USC was kind of like running USC until I started doing like other jobs, and then I started seeing like the rest of campus. And I was like, okay, we really don't represent as much as I thought. Like, I used to think like it was a lot of black people on campus until I really started working like in admissions and orientation. That's like, okay, we don't have that many people, or like we don't have that many people working in different places. So I feel like we are strong. We are a strong unit together. But when it comes to like the rest of USC, Or like when I was the Greek president with Amelia Wilkes, like we used to be advocating for NPHC. We are so small. Like they'll be like, we need 40 NPHC people to be here, and I'm like, well, y'all chapters got 400 apiece. Like we don't have, like we probably got one chapter that got 40 people.
Yeah.
And they be wanting us to have 40. Like they want us to have like a certain number. Like dang, like we don't have that many people.
That goes back to like having like being fair and like being equal. Like
Yeah.
you can say like, yeah, we're gonna make this equal for everybody. That doesn't mean necessarily fair.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, they have 40 people come, but they have 400 people in the organizations. That's not nothing. You know what I'm saying? But if you have 40 people in our organization, you ask for 40. That's everybody in the chapter that needs to go. And if you know anything about Greek life, everybody's not gonna go.
And if you look at our step show, I mean, a few years ago, we had to go. We couldn't even have our step show on campus. We had to go across the river to have our step show.
Across? Are you serious?
Yeah, we had to have it at a church. And it was at Colonial Life one year, and then we brought it back to campus this year. So that was a big deal. Like, they wanted to make sure that they brought us back to connect us because I don't want to say the white version, but the other version of our step show is Spurs and Struts. That's on campus. That was like on Green Street.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas we had to go across the river. I think that was my freshman year or sophomore year. So that was a big deal.
Yeah.
Because we all felt like, well, I wasn't Greek, but everybody felt like they kind of threw us like off campus and still had everything else on campus.
Well, I got a question. Do y'all wish y'all would have went to a HBCU, or are y'all happy with going to a PWI?
No, man, I made the best decision of my life.
I definitely wish
I would have went to a HBCU, but I feel like the choices that I made, kind of rooted me into be the person I am now, being a part of the Omicron Mu chapter, Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated.
Okay, talk to him.
But no, it's just a matter of culture. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, I feel like I'm a very cultured individual, but being in that HBCU atmosphere, there's nothing like it. And the pride that they have, to carry on that legacy that these African Americans kind of like instilled in those universities, I wish I was a part of that. And I'm proud to say I played my role in help changing the black atmosphere at Charleston Southern University. But I don't know. I feel like just being infatuated and like encapsulated in a culture like that would have really been more worthwhile.
I feel like I'm on the opposite end of the spectrum with that. Like Juwan said, I'm glad I went to a PWI because when I look for places to grow, I look for places where I'm uncomfortable at.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I'm not going to grow as much as I can if I'm around the same people I've grown up with, you know what I'm saying? I feel like being around our counterparts, being around people I'm not familiar with, I gain more insight from them than I would have going to HBC where I have a lot of people that think like me, look like me, kind of have like similar goals as me. And I'm not going to lie, I feel like a degree from a PWI, like say a degree from NCAT versus a degree from USC, I feel like, me personally, I feel like it'll take me a longer way in my degree program, like my major or what I want to do professionally, than it would if I was to get a degree from NCAT. That's just me personally.
But it shouldn't be like that.
It shouldn't be like that, no. But you know who runs America.
So what are the steps to get that kind of accreditation and acknowledgement that these HBCUs are on the same level as PWIs? Like, what do y'all feel like it would take? I
mean, I feel like HBCUs do a great job at networking. Like, you're always going to have someone that works in these big companies that went to HBCU. Like, NCAT has a presence almost everywhere. AT&T, Google, tech companies, even like Bank of America, Wells Fargo. Like, you're always going to be connected somehow just because you went to that school. Mm-hmm. But as far as like the accreditation, I mean, I feel like that's more like a retention kind of thing because, like we was talking yesterday, a lot of kids get accepted into these HBCUs, but do they stay? Or did they transfer somewhere else after a year? Or they even get their degree? Or like, did they even finish? You know what I'm saying? So as far as accreditation, I just feel like they need to hone in more on like the skills that these students need rather than the networks they can get. Because like, if I go through all 4 years of college and I apply myself and just feel like, well, I'm gonna just meet somebody, is it gonna put me on? Like, that's the problem. Like,
Yeah.
You're not always gonna be in the position to be put on to something. You always have to, like, not always, but you may be in a situation like really show what you have, like the skills that you have. So I feel like that's the foggy area that a lot of people don't understand. Like, knowing you have a network, but also knowing you have to have the skills and like the expertise to back it up as well.
I just feel like personally, like at first I thought like going to a PWI, I thought I was gonna be like PWI every minute, like nonstop. I wasn't gonna see that many black people at all. So I feel I really have to give credit to USC because I feel like we found our kind of like, I don't want to say, like, I guess family in USC. Like, black USC is really tight knit. So I can't say that we found the HBCU experience because I don't know what the HBCU experience is, and I know like some people that actually went to HBCUs.
But we made the best of what we had.
Yeah, we made the best, and I feel like we are probably close to some other HBCU. Like, every HBCU ain't gonna be like how it is in the movies and stuff. So I feel like black USC, like, you could make a movie out of us every year. Like, we are really close. I feel like we are
You
kind
guys
of
have
like
like a lot of events that are like
we are like
noteworthy.
a HBCU within USC.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it.
People call the black portion of USC Black USC. There's a group chat called Black USC.
Unfortunately.
And they be talking too much, but
Jeez, police.
So how have y'all boys been like navigating like going from like that freshman in college to now almost graduating, walking that stage?
if we walk the stage,
The growth. First of all, like you guys can vouch for this as well. Like from senior year of high school to freshman year, different Eric. But I believe like you guys kind of see the Eric that kind of more so who I am now from my junior year. But that's when everything really started to kind of go in the right direction. You know, I became part of my fraternity. I got more active on campus.
Well, Eric, you was on the journey. I'll tell you that.
Hell of a journey.
Eric was definitely
You was
on the journey.
Soul searching, you know. On my Chilumbo vibes.
Eric left us a couple times. We're not gonna get into that in this podcast.
I did not
yeah.
leave.
Love will make you do crazy things.
What a
Yikes!
Lust will make you do crazy things.
oh right.
That's
we're
a
gonna
fact.
get back to.
I
That's
think
a
that was
fact.
love. I think
That's
it was
a
love.
fact.
I was
He was in love.
Yeah,
He was in
yeah,
love.
yeah.
Or was I chasing love?
No,
You
you
was-
was
you was-
in lust
you was
at
in-
first, but you confused it with love.
Wow.
But I had her though.
No, I think Eric was in love, but
You probably was in love. You probably was
was
in
in
love.
I think I was in love. But I think as it developed,
But I feel like lust is the beginning to all avenues of love. If you
define lust. Let me see if I fit in that criteria.
I mean, lust is the physical attraction that you.
I wasn't listening.
Oh my God.
Well, that's the conversation you have to have with
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah. I ain't gotta say nothing about that.
Speaking of conversation you want to have with yourself, what would you tell your freshman self?
What do I tell what?
Your freshman self.
Sheesh.
Ooh, what am I saying?
Like what, 2017 Eric? 2016 Eric? What would you tell 2016 Heartbreak Drake?
Don't get no relationship. And not that I regret it. But
I'm young. Like I haven't even seen what college is. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I ain't even been to hell of a parties. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even travel like that. I basically got married, and
yeah, you definitely did.
and I would just tell myself to relax.
So you didn't experience the freshman experience that you feel like you should have.
freshman or sophomore?
Freshman or sophomore?
Sheesh.
I think once he joined Capital, like I think he definitely like
He went
he
out
went
He
there.
definitely became like he just.
there. Yeah, I feel like he was trying
He
to catch
embraced
up.
everything.
But I
Yeah.
think that you deserve that though, because
Definitely deserved it.
like I said, through the growth, like I said,
earned
Eric.
it at that.
Eric sacrificed a lot. Eric sacrificed a lot. He sacrificed going to parties and doing this, but then Eric was like, "I'm gonna take this time for
Eric was
me."
a committed man.
Yeah.
No, he was definitely
I
committed.
was solid.
All
I was
the
solid.
way committed.
I was solid, bro.
Eric said, "I need this time for me. This is my time to shine."
I'm gonna be real though. I feel, me personally, I don't know about y'all. I feel like I've learned more in college outside of the classroom than I have. Well, I don't want to say more than inside the classroom, but I feel like I've learned the lessons that I've learned outside the classroom. It stacks up with the lessons I've learned inside the classroom.
Yeah.
I feel like I've found myself, like,
Reflecting back on those.
right. I felt like I found myself more. Like I know who I am more. Like going through these 4 or 5 years of college.
Right.
And I feel like that's important. I feel like a lot of people that's in college like really get a chance to experience a lot of new things. Like do things that you never thought you could do, or do things that you thought that you wouldn't like. Because you probably do like it, but you don't know. So I mean, college is really your chance to you're not
Like
not
this
with
is
your
your
parents.
experimental stage.
Yeah, you're not with your
You
parents.
should make mistakes.
Like you're at a point now where you just kind of see who you really are.
Yeah.
What do y'all feel like y'all's biggest mistake might have been in college, but it was also like your biggest learning lesson at that?
My major probably.
Biggest
For me.
mistake.
Yeah. What about your major one?
Cause I just picked the major coming out of high school. Like I
sounded
thought,
good?
yeah. Like I thought I was like really smart coming out of high school. I was like, I'm gonna be an engineer.
Juan, you are really smart.
Oh
No.
I thought I was really smart.
Sophomores did a great job
Job,
making us
yeah.
think we
Think-
were
yeah.
smart.
No, that's a fact.
no, being honest.
That's,
Like,
that's South Carolina education.
The
at,
Beta
though.
Club, National Honor
Yeah,
Society. Don't
like-
like caring about that.
yeah, like coming out.
Don't hold no
and
weight in
sophomore,
college.
it's like
No weight.
I want to throw it. Like I guess the math department was good, but some of the classes like
it was
Miss
Oh,
Bibble was
okay.
I
fine.
came into college and
The
them
Bibble was
classes was
definitely
beating me down. Like I was like, dang, like.
I really not like
That's
that.
really-
It's so real.
So I
Miss
think
Bibble was the realest teacher.
yeah,
She was
no,
South Carolina
yeah.
Teacher of the Year.
She was.
Yeah.
More like
Moses is a real
$50,000.
teacher too now.
Miss Moses
She
held
was
down.
solid.
Miss Barber.
Miss Moses
Oh,
always
yeah,
gonna hold
Miss
it down.
Barber.
Miss Moses get people good.
But I feel like that was probably my
facts.
biggest mistake.
Where your ID?
Yeah.
But,
Hey, son.
What was your lesson, Q?
I feel like, well, my lesson kind of goes into what I would tell myself freshman year. I feel like I would tell myself, don't get caught up in the hype. Like I feel like
Hype
yeah,
beast?
Yeah, hype beast. That's what Sean calls me. I don't know why.
Don't get caught up in it.
I feel like I was always caught in a moment where like I had to be everywhere every time something was going on. Like, I was always chasing the crowd, always trying to chase, what was the, popular thing going on, like, during my freshman year. But it really don't matter, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's FOMO, the fear of missing out. I had a fear of missing out on everything.
I still got that.
You still got that, yeah. Juan, I don't see Juan. If I see Juan at 8 o'clock in the morning, I'm not going to see him until 8 o'clock that night.
That's a fact.
Like, Juan always be on go.
Yeah, Juan's active.
I
Juan's
like
active.
that, though. I like to be busy.
Yeah, it makes sure that you're not idle, because, idle mind.
I mean, y'all, they see now, like, coronavirus, I stay in the room, like, all the time.
No, Juan will stay in the house until 11
Oh,
o'clock
they-
at night, and then he'll be like, all right, I'll be right back.
After curfew.
After curfew.
I said now, like, they see why I be out. Like, during the regular school year, BC, before Corona, like, I used to be out all the time. Because now,
BC.
Not before Christ, before Corona.
Corona.
Oh, I'm
now,
not used to that.
Yeah, I like
I
that.
feel like I see the real, like, lazy me. Like, I can be really lazy. And that's,
Juan, you got a job a week after we
You
was
did.
on
Nah,
the
fact.
but before
Relax.
Matter of fact, you got to work today, ain't it?
yeah, I gotta work today.
Goddamn.
I mean,
So, what you saying, Sharon?
I mean, noticing each and one of y'all's growth. Like I said, even though I was not here physically with y'all through those, beginning years of y'all being in college. Like I said, when I come home and visit from being in the military,
Yeah.
like I said, I definitely like y'all growth. Like I said, Juwan, Q, E, Sean, like y'all found a path for yourself.
Right.
And I seen the ambition, getting into schoolwork. I know, like, a lot of work was digging in y'all, trying to find yourselves, going to parties and stuff like that. But like I said, I think y'all came to a better place now. Y'all more involved with a lot of, activities around the school. Like I said, and that's what I appreciate the most about y'all is that y'all decided to continue to be active. Like, y'all already were that, before college. But I think y'all stepped it up another level, being in these leadership positions. And that's one thing that I always told y'all, like, even before y'all joined the fraternity. I said, when you get in, like I said, don't just be there just for the party. I said, make a difference. Be there for a greater purpose.
Bruh, at the end of the day, every party is the same.
Yeah.
Every
Niggas gonna be holding
kickback
the
is the
wall.
same. We're gonna play the same music. It's gonna be you're gonna see the same people.
Yeah.
You're gonna see the same people. I mean, I think you just come to terms where you just like,
You're
all
not
right.
missing nothing.
Yeah, you're really not missing nothing, to be honest. But
Y'all notice that since y'all stopped chasing people and now chasing y'all, like I feel like y'all have the type of vicinity.
I don't say they're chasing us, but they just
Chasing?
realize that we
in a
some
sense,
real
where-
individuals.
But people want to hang around y'all.
Yeah, they do.
You said before that you wanted to hang around everybody else and kind of get caught up in that. Now I feel like y'all can't get people out the house. I ain't even got a place to sleep over when I come to y'all.
Eric, stop
Yes,
lying.
you do.
Y'all haven't even locked
Eric
the
is
door.
definitely lying.
You got
I'm
the air
lying.
mattress.
Yeah,
You got the air mattress.
Y'all boys really gonna put me on the floor?
Bruh, it's the air
put it in the air
mattress.
mattress.
I think you just
Alright.
you just saying that we're infectious, and people have become infected.
Let's not use that right now.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
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 that's
yeah.
Wrong time to be saying
it's too
we've been
soon.
infecting people.
It's too soon.
I think people
But you get what I'm saying.
gravitate
Yeah.
towards
Yeah.
y'all. People gravitate towards y'all.
Golly.
Well, Sharon, from you saying that you kind of watch our growth from the outside, do you feel like we're fundamentally the same people? Or do you,
Fundamentally?
like
No,
you know,
Eric switched up.
what?
switched up?
Who
Eric?
switched up?
Yeah.
How did I switch up?
I'm just kidding, bro.
Well, I'm about to say.
I mean, everybody's changing ways. It's not a bad thing, but like I said, everybody has, I think, grown more into their, feelings and emotions. Like, Eric has always been, like I said, and it's not a bad thing. Eric's always been in tune with his emotions. Eric's just like the peacekeeper of the group. Like I said, he always finds a way to, make sure things don't get out of control, get out of hand. He brings it,
Definitely
like,
the sensitive one.
he definitely brings it together.
That's
Like,
what he
hey,
said just now.
Yeah,
He
that's
said
not
peacekeeper.
No, I heard that too.
No, I definitely heard that. I was like, yeah.
I'm with you, what y'all want to hear.
He's
That's
definitely
not-
the sensitive one.
Y'all believe anything on the sensitive one?
You are a sensitive
Absolutely,
one.
absolutely.
You call
But it's not-
yourself Heartbreak Drake. What is that? How are you not sensitive with that name?
No,
it's
no,
not a
no.
bad thing, though.
People call me that. I
No,
didn't-
who calls you
called you
Heartbreak?
that?
Name
Who
one
called
person that called
you
you
that?
that.
You called me that the other day, bro.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did.
We talking about where it originated from.
Bro,
Yeah.
who
Outside
else
of
called you
us,
that?
who called you
Who
that?
called you that?
It's like a
You
affectionate.
tell me you know.
what I'm
You
saying?
know he
Like,
lying. You tell me you know.
He said he's got a group of people that call him that.
Yeah.
I feel that.
I've never met group people before. But how have boys been like saving money? That's like one of the questions that we got. Like thoughts on investing, financial literacy during this time.
Well, they done closed down all non-essential businesses, so
Yeah.
you
Well,
can't really go out.
That's
to eat.
one way to say it.
Can't
man.
go out to eat, so you save money right there.
I still got to eat.
Yeah, I still go out to eat, but
Where
I
you
mean,
going?
Fast food.
Yeah, they actually are profiting really high right now. Matter of fact, I just saw DoorDash has free delivery too. So there's that.
See, there go my dinner.
Bro, I'm gonna let y'all know something right now. There's this thing called the QSAV budget.
Talk to him.
The QSAV budget isn't nothing like no 5-week like save your money, put the amount of money into this saving account. It's really using the least amount of money that you can.
Possible.
But there's really no reason for you to be spending the full amount because you have things like Cash App Boost. I don't know if y'all know, but Cash App will give you certain discounts for like certain places you go. Like
Q put us on, bro.
10%.
Q put us on with Cash App.
I went to a wing spot and wings supposed to be $10. I was left out there with paying $2 for 10 wings. Boy, they was hot.
That's a
They were so mad at me. But
blessing.
even like little gas apps and stuff like that, you have the Upside app. I'm about to put y'all on this too.
Fuel
Upside
rewards.
app, yeah, Fuel Rewards. Like they'll actually cash back or like give you money for using certain gas stations and stuff like that. And I think the Q-Side budget was established back. Do you remember that? Y'all remember that homecoming game where we all went to Buffalo Wild Wings after, and y'all boys wanted to go out to eat, and I said, "Nah, I'm straight." But you know how like all your friends want to go out to eat, so you want to be the only one that doesn't go, especially if you don't got a ride. Like you just want to go. But I wasn't going to eat. I just wanted to like just fellowship.
And get a water.
I had a half-eaten hot dog and a whole slice of pizza, and they went there. We went there, and I asked the waitress, like, you know, would you mind going in the back, taking my hot dog and my pizza and warming up for me in the back? And she said no.
She told you no.
Yeah, she told me no.
Yeah, she does.
I still ate it though.
Cuss
Like
out.
that's how they try to get me. They try to make me force or like make me order something off their menu. I just wasn't going for it.
She had no reason to tell you no.
She had no reason to tell me no.
She could have done that out of
That's
constant heart.
But that's the Q-Side budget right there. Like, just make sure you're not really out there splurging because, you know, a lot of people like myself are not working right now. File for unemployment if you can because, you know, unemployment will come in handy.
We got any more questions that we need to attack?
Let's see. They done sent so many questions. We done kind of
How many kids do y'all want?
3.
3 is my max.
3.
But
3 is my favorite
Three's
number,
my
so I
minimum.
want 3
Three
kids.
is my minimum.
nah,
boys or girls?
Three is your
What's the
minimum.
ratio?
I had.
Two
It don't
boys,
matter.
one girl.
2 boys, 1 girl.
2 boys, 1 girl.
But if I
Girl
had,
in the middle.
I mean, if I had 3 girls, I know I might lose my mind.
Yeah,
What?
one girl.
If you have what?
3 girls. Ooh, God.
You probably gonna have a bunch of girls.
I'm gonna go opposite. I'm gonna say 1 boy, but he got to be the oldest, and then 2 girls.
Why he gotta be the oldest?
Why you gotta be the oldest?
So you look after his sisters?
Be the protector.
He can't look at us as if he the youngest.
No, because they gonna like look down on him. I need him to kind of
They're
set
like,
the tone.
no, you try to mess with my brother, I beat
You
you
gonna
up.
set the tone, Eric?
He got to set the tone.
That's
Is it
real.
gonna be EJ or gonna name it Eric?
Nah, EJ don't sound good.
I don't.
EJ's hard. I don't care.
I don't really. And maybe this is just me. I don't like.
like juniors.
I don't like. Yeah, I don't like
juniors.
juniors. That's just me.
Well, I looked at it as in like I want my legacy to continue, but that's real selfish of me. I want them
That's
to not-
very
I don't want.
selfish.
I don't want them
That's
to feel
selfish.
Your
pressure.
child be like, man, I ain't want
So-
this name, man.
Dad,
When I get older, I'm gonna
you're
change my own name.
Dad, you're
man.
so great. I'll never be like you. Like I want to be able to be like you have your own lane. Just be you. That's what I was thinking.
That's facts, bro. That's facts.
So I guess the next question is: does lyricism hold a top priority in rap today?
No.
No,
It doesn't.
definitely
Absolutely not.
Absolutely
It should, but it
Do
doesn't.
you hear the rappers that are out here?
I can make better music than some of them jokers.
Hey, if y'all ain't know, Eric got a track cooking up, waiting for us.
You
Waiting
want-
to
you want
drop.
Don't let everybody know about that yet. Just
Hey,
let
bro, you gonna give him a sample?
Let that simmer.
When the website drops, I attach a little link. You know what I'm saying? And we'll go from
Attach
there.
it to your page.
hey,
Don't-
look.
don't put
Now I'm
it-
attached to way
Hey, look, that might have to be the new intro song, bro.
No. If you get some momentum behind it, maybe. But not right now. Yeah.
You see, it be your brother that don't support you. You know
Bro,
what I'm saying?
I support
It
you.
really be cute. You really just
Yeah, y'all
You have to
like-
go back to the first time I met you, Eric.
Wow, yeah,
let's go there.
Eric.
'Cause I think I had a valid reason.
You did not. Eric didn't like me because I was just like him, basically. I came into South
Y'all
Florida.
heard that just like me. I don't need another one of me. I didn't
But I
appreciate
wasn't
that.
like you, though. You just saw me as a threat because I was
I didn't
just
see
like
it as a threat. I just saw you as a copy.
Oh,
That was-
Oh,
Daddy, you want the bro?
wow.
Nah, let me relax. Nah, it's just
Yeah,
like another tall black guy that played basketball at RCC. You know what I'm saying? Like we didn't need another one of those.
He said that's my spot.
Like I feel like you should have brought something different to the table.
It sounds like you're insecure in your spot.
Oh
It
wow,
definitely was. I mean,
At the time,
if you go back
I
to the
might have.
biblical days when God made Adam, you know, he also made Eve to accompany him.
All right.
So
Whoa,
I feel like
I'm
I was
trying
at
to find the
Eve.
correlation.
Yeah.
Trying to find a correlation. Trying to find a correlation.
I was there to help Eric become his true self.
Wow. This is real, my God.
No,
was
no,
just
no,
real.
no, 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 no.
that sound kind
No,
of.
no, 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 no.
That sound kind of.
I mean, Q, you have helped me grow a lot with your
That was nice.
one-liner poetic advice that you give me every now and then. So I appreciate that, bro.
K dot, bro.
Honestly,
K dot. K dot.
man, a few words, but when he speaks, you need to listen.
That's real.
Sound like thunder.
I mean,
But I think that pretty much wraps up the podcast. We appreciate all the questions that y'all been sending to us. We have more content on the way, more interviews. Probably gonna have another Q&A coming up real soon. But outside of Q&A, if you have any suggestions, any concerns, any feedback you can give us, make sure to send that to us. It doesn't have to be on no official stuff. Just want to call us or text us or just DM us, then you can go about that route. But that pretty much wraps it up, fellas. We have anything else to talk about? We're good.
That's it.
Nah, man.
And it wraps it up on this lovely Saturday, man.
Well, this your boy Q Sav Marquise signing out. Peace, love, and happiness.
It's your boy Sharon, aka Trigger Trey Knight. We say, like we always say, if you're gonna carry the weight, carry it with honor.
Shoot.
When did he say that?
If you're gonna carry the weight,
Sound like you carry the shield.
you're gonna carry the weight, carry it with honor. Don't be the person that is the weight. Just making a burden upon everybody else.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
Bless God,
Pastor
bless y'all.
Reverend.
All right, y'all boys. Ready to Rashawn. That's it. I don't got nothing to say. I don't got nothing to say.
All right, people of God, that's it.
It's your boy Easy E, and like I always say, though sorrow may last for a night, joy does come in the morning.
I hear you.
Y'all be well out here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah.